everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's Bella here. In today's tutorial I created this makeup look for you guys. So if you want to see how I achieved the look, then just keep on watching. And if you want to be entered in this month's giveaway, then make sure that you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed to our channel. Make sure that you hit that bell button so that you never ever miss a video. And if you are located in the US, then go ahead and comment done down below to be automatically entered. So the first thing that I did was I grabbed my Too Faced concealer, and you guys already know I love using this as a primer because it's full coverage. It cancels out any discoloration on my eyelid, and I always set it in place with some translucent powder before going in with eyeshadow. The palette that I went in with is the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I've had this palette for a few years and I always go back to it. I feel like the colors are super pigmented and blendable. And yeah, the first shade that I went in with is this yellowish shade, and I grabbed a big fluffy brush and I just put that in my crease as my transition shade, going in back and forth motions. You don't have to be too precise with this shade because we are going to go over it with some deeper shades to add definition, so this part doesn't necessarily need precision. Next I went in with this mustardy muted brown, and I grabbed a defined angled brush and I put that shade above my actual crease, starting to map out where I want to add depth in my crease. And I feel like using a defined angled brush just helps with control. And then I went back into that first transition shade just to blend everything out, because even though we want it to be defined, we still want it to be very blended. So I just went in back and forth motions, blending that out. And then I decided that I wanted to add even more depth, so I picked up the matte black eyeshadow in the palette and I went back with a defined angled brush, because when you're working with black eyeshadow, if you use a too fluffy of a brush, you're going to take it too far up in the crease. So I love using a very detailed brush, and I just drew that line directly over where we already added the definition in the crease. And then I went into that first transition shade once again and I took a fluffy brush and I really blended out that line, going in back and forth motions and circular motions just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. And then going back into that cool tone brown shade, I picked it up with a shader brush and I started to add definition in the outer lid and fading it inwards just to really add more definition in the outer corner of the eye, just to give the look a little bit more dimension. And then I did the same thing with that black eyeshadow that we went in with earlier. I started at the very outer lid and I just worked my way inwards with light tapping motions just to make sure that it's nice and blended. And then I went back into the Too Faced Born This Way concealer and I just cleaned up the inner lid area just to make it pop even more. And I went ahead and set that in place with the white eyeshadow in the top row, the second eyeshadow. It's kind of like a frosty white shade, and I just set my entire inner lid with that shade. And then I decided to add some glitter to the look, so I grabbed my Dose of Colors glitter in the shade Stunning, and this is what it looks like. I love these glitters that have a little wand applicator because it just makes it so easy. You don't have to use any lash glue. You don't have to use any glitter glue or anything like that. And I pretty much just applied the glitter where the dark eyeshadow meets the frosty white eyeshadow, and I absolutely love how it turned out. For lashes, I went in with my Sophie Bella lashes in the style Bali, and I will always leave a link in the description box down below for those of you guys that want to check out our lash brand. We appreciate you guys so much for placing orders and supporting us. And then I went into the same shades that I used in my crease. So I first picked up that first transition shade, the yellowish shade, and I put that on my lower lash line, going in back and forth motions just to start to add some depth. And then I went in with that black eyeshadow and focused it really, really close to my lash line. And then I went back into that first transition shade once again and just made sure that everything is nice and blended. And then the last thing that I did was I applied some lower lash mascara. And this is the finished look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!